would you say if I told you that writing can make you smarter? In recent years, schools have tried to do away with handwriting, whether it's cursive or manuscript. With advancements in technology, teachers and administrators think it's more important for students to learn keyboarding and computer skills instead. With Common Core being implemented in schools, penmanship is not taught, with the exception of a few states that have begun to teach it again. Well, today I'm going to inform you of the effects of handwriting on functional brain development. Elementary schools in the past years taught children starting in pre-K to recognize letters, then to write the letters in manuscript. Starting in second grade, they would introduce the concepts of cursive writing. In recent years, this has changed. There's a whole generation of young adults that have no idea how to write their own names in cursive because they never learned how to do it in school. According to the 2013 article, Why Writing by Hand Can Make You Smarter, Dr. William R. Clem states, scientists are discovering that learning cursive is an important tool for cognitive development, particularly in training the brain to learn functional specialization, that is, the capacity for optimal efficiency. In this study, using MRI, they learned that while writing in cursive, the brain developed functions in sensation, controls of movement, and thinking. Handwriting is an art form, especially cursive writing. Everyone's handwriting is different. We all have our own style. So different areas of the brain are stimulated when learning to write. Everyone has different learning styles, so one of the reasons for the functional specialization could be that writing is kinesthetic. So it just reinforces that learning style while stimulating that part of the brain. In teaching children handwriting, children develop perceptual motor skills, visual motor skills, and fine motor skills. Children have to look at a letter and copy the lines that they are seeing onto their page. This act uses different parts of the brain. Using functional MRI, scientists were able to map the brains of children while they were writing. In a 2014 publication, The Effects of Handwriting Experience on Functional Brain Development in Pre-Literate Children, Karen H. James et al. States, in a functional MRI study of preschool-aged children, the children learned letters either through printing or through visual practice. Both groups of children learned to recognize the letters. However, imaging results showed that children who had printed the letters had greater activation in their left fusiform gyrus during letter perception than children who had learned letters without print practice. The fusiform gyrus is responsible for functionally specialized computations, high-level vision, and object recognition and reading. In a 2019 research article for PLOS One, Teaching of Cursive Writing in the First Year of Primary School, Effective on Reading and Writing Skills, Christina Cimararo et al. Finds, since the movements necessary for the production of letters are under voluntary control, if not automated, they can represent a high cognitive cost for children in terms of attention, which in turn prevents them from performing high-order academic tasks such as composing or paying attention to spelling and grammar. Learning to write causes children to have to pay attention to details with letter formation. In doing this, the effects down the road are that children are better when it comes to sentence and spelling skills and also with their own writing quality. The repetition of writing letters and down the road learning stimulates the parts of the brain that correlate spelling and reading. In a June 2021 article, Advantage of Handwriting Over Typing on Learning Words, Evidence from an N400 Event-Related Potential Index, published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience, Aya S. Iharo et al. States, we performed an EEG experiment applying a repetition priming paradigm. In each trial, a learned foreign language word, a prime word, and a mother tongue word, a target word, were consecutively presented. The familiar group showed a greater N400 priming effect for words learned with a digital or ink pen than those learned with the keyboard. The unfamiliar group showed a greater N41 priming effect for words learned with the ink pen compared with the words learned by typing. The study clearly shows the differences in how our brains work when typing words instead of writing them. In typing notes from lectures, etc., you're only transcribing the information that you are hearing. When you handwrite notes from lectures, etc., you're seeing and hearing the words. Thus, the memory tends to hold on to the information better and longer when you see and hear it. In the 2017 study, only 3 fingers write, but the whole brain works. A high-density EEG study showing advantages of drawing over typing for learning. Audrey L.H. Vandermeer et al. States, our study introduces an innovative fact not previously dealt with in recent literature, that children who adopted the cursive type as the only handwriting type showed a higher writing rate than pupils using more types. This fact contrasts with literature which states that the cursive type decreases writing rates. We also observed that pupils using cursive as the only handwriting type had better results in producing orthographically correct words than students using more types. Study after study shows that handwriting your information helps the brain store the information for later use better than typing the information. In conclusion, handwriting in manuscript or cursive uses more parts of the brain than typing. When this happens, the brain develops higher learning, better memory, and retention of attention to details. So the answer to the first question is yes. Handwriting can make you smarter. Thank you.